What's going on, guys? I'm Brian with Fort Knox Company, and I want to give you guys an update on our Casita build. As you can see here behind me, we got the new gate in, and this thing is moving so fast I couldn't even get film of the actual concrete pouring process, but we obviously got the concrete pads down. We got the RV drive on the side of the house done, and we're already digging the footings and the foundation for the Casita. So I want to give you guys an update on where we're at right now, show you guys the gate that we installed. I'll show you guys the RV driveway that is finished, and I'll show you everything that's being done on the Casita to prepare the pads so that we can then move on to the concrete, and then I'll be standing walls, and next thing you know, the Casita will be built. I'll also be giving you guys a full look at what the Casita is going to be, the actual design of the Casita. I have a printout of the floor plan so I can show you where we're going to walk through it. It's all taped out and painted on the ground, and we've already dug some of the footings for it. We're preparing the pad and the dirt right now so that we can get the forms up for the slab. This thing's moving so fast, I wanted to make a video to show you and kind of document what's going on. I'll be showing you everything from the plumbing that's going underneath the ground to the water, electric, everything all the way up to the framing. And then obviously all the finishes inside. We'll be building out a full kitchen, bathrooms, different types of flooring, and obviously electrical, HVAC, everything. So follow along, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already so you can see everything that we're going to be building. Let's go.
Hit like and subscribe.
So right here we have the finished gate that's been installed. Last time I made the video, we were knocking down the brick wall, and I showed you everything it took to pretty much remove that section right there. Then we had to prepare the dirt for the concrete. We cleared out all the dirt, we put in the forms, we dug it all the way back, and then we could pour the concrete in. We had to let that sit for a couple weeks. Then we could install the gate. We can put the rail in. Everything's black powder coated to match the other ironwork on the house. I got a couple different bids on some ironwork, and I ended up going with one of the guys that did the stuff for the builder, and they gave me a really good price. They had this thing installed in just a couple hours. Now it rolls all the way back across the gate over there. And this was all poured and finished within the last couple weeks. But the really cool thing is that we are already breaking ground on the Casita. Now I know you guys probably really want to see the full walkthrough of this, but I want to show you the RV drive first, and then I'll show you the floor plan of the Casita, and I'll walk you through the actual footprint of it on the ground right here, where we have the footings dug and we have a lot of the levels actually set for where our finished floor is going to be. Here on the north side of the house, we have our finished RV driveway. This is a little bit over 15 feet wide. We have about a 2.5 foot retaining wall. One of the things that we did here is bring this down just a little bit because we had to have the appropriate slope so we could actually slope all the way down. Everything has to have a grade for drainage. But the coolest thing is that instead of doing a block retaining wall at the footing of our neighbors, we ended up framing this in and then pouring that first. Then we poured this slab second after that had cured for a couple days, and then ran this all the way out with drainage underneath. One of the nice things about this is that we were able to actually design the house purposely so that I could do this. I saw when this was all dirt that we had enough room to position the house a little bit away from the neighbors here on the side so that we could actually have not just a little skinny RV, but a wide enough RV to where you could actually wiggle a trailer through. So a 15 or 16 foot offset is perfect. Most travel lanes are, 10 to 12 feet wide, so you could fit something through a 10-foot opening, but why not give yourself 12 feet, 14 feet, 16 feet if you can? So a lot of this is pre-planning to the build of the house for the potential of having that driveway or actually getting full use of your RV driveway for whether it's a trailer or a flatbed or something like that. This one is about 44 feet long of concrete, and then you have an overhang that if you were to have like a RV, the back wheels usually are, 5, 6, 7 feet from the actual tail. You could park a 47, 50 foot trailer back here and you would still have your tires on the concrete at least. And then you could close the gate still and have your secured parking. But the biggest thing for me was not just the function of it, but it was also the resale value. When people spend money on a property like this, when you're going to buy it and you want to get top dollar, one of the things that will set your property apart from other houses that they might see around town is, does it have an RV? Does it have easy access to it? Could you add it in the future? Does it have the potential? So when you really maximize the potential of the land that you have, and again, we were fortunate enough to be able to do this from when it was desert. So ahead of time, way ahead of time, I had actually asked them to offset this specifically 16 feet this way, which left me almost 57 or 60 feet offset on the other side for the Casita. And with that, I then designed the Casita around the space there and the driveway there. So really all around the house on the north side and the south side, we have different entries and parking. This one's obviously dry parking, If you wanted to, you could put like a patio or some type of aluminum cover on it, but really it just maximizes your options. So really these are just some of the things you should think about when you're buying a house or what you want to do to your house. If you're going to spend the money on it, are you going to get the best value for it? Are you going to get the resale for it? Are you going to be adding equity when you do it? Or are you doing it just so that you can get the most use out of it while you're there? Just things to kind of think ahead. And when you're looking at properties too, you can kind of see what's possible. And now the moment you guys have all been waiting for, at least I hope so, is the walkthrough of the Casita. I'll show you guys the floor plan right now, and then we'll walk you through the whole thing. So this is a quick little printout of our floor plan, and the RV gate that I just showed you guys is right along the front here. We have about a 25-foot offset or about a 24-foot driveway to the gate. Then we have the entry to the garage. The house sits right over here. The RV is over here, and then the pool sits right back over here. So kind of we created the most we can make out of this L space. The offset from the house all the way over is roughly 57 feet. So I wanted to design within that. And then I took some inspiration from some other casitas that I had seen that were livable casitas around 700 square feet. So we made this one closer to 850. We have the garage, which is 30 by 26. Then we have this auxiliary room, or we're going to probably be calling it a home gym. This one has 12-foot wall here, has roughly 18-foot walls here, 20 foot in length. So it gives us a lot of options here for either like a pool house for the future, or for right now, we're going to be using it as a gym with its own bathroom. So I'll walk you guys starting from the garage, kind of see how this layout is, and we'll see what the different point of views are from the house. So coming from the RV gate here on the side, we have our driveway that goes straight back into the garage. We have the finished floor height is going to be roughly 6 inches above the concrete here. That allows us about a 3% grade. So the finished garage floor, which slopes back because you have to have drainage out of the garage, 6 inches taller than that, so that we have about a 3% grade. Then we have our sill that goes level all the way around so we can stand our walls on it. Obviously that's level with also the living space floor back there where the casita and the gym is. This is 26 feet wide, 30 foot deep so that we can park trailers. This is probably going to be mainly for like an actual wood shop and workshop so I can build. The cool part is too is that we plan this so that off the back wall, we're only about 5 feet off that wall. We're not losing or wasting any space back there. We're also not losing any space on the side because we're about 5 feet off that. And we get 25 feet of parking right here so you can actually park trailers and vehicles behind your gate, which makes sense. Why are you going to put a driveway and a gate right here if you cannot even park your car? And so it just really makes sense so that you can actually open your gate, pull your trailer back, park your car, park a couple vehicles, and actually close your gate and you have a usable driveway. If we were to just go the easy route and not try to maximize the space here, and you don't think how far you should set this thing back, you could end up creating a smaller driveway, and then you don't have the potential to park full-size vehicles or trailers in the future. So now walking through the garage, if we go to the back here, you can see some of the footings. This footing here is dug at the back of the garage because it starts to go around the living space where the casita is and the gym. We have our footer that runs all the way the length down this south side of the wall. This will be the living space for the casita. The front door will be right here. So just another point of view coming from the gate, back of the garage and the house. We have the casita door here. You're going to go through it. As we go through the front door of the casita, we have plumbing that runs along parallel to the structure. This is where our plumbing starts to dump out. We have plumbing for a kitchen. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to be doing an actual peninsula or if we're going to do an island like the plan shows, but we have all the plumbing and potential here for a kitchen, full living room, living space. I imagine that being kind of like a media corner. Then we have the access to the master bedroom, which is here in the back. Closet on this back southwest or southeast corner. Then we have the bathroom attached to the master over here on the north side of the building so that we have shorter runs for the plumbing. That's also why we mirrored the bathrooms on this side of the building, and I didn't put the bathroom over there because, again, design, if I have the ability to choose, I would rather have the bathrooms closer to where the drainage is going to be so I have longer runs and I don't have to worry about as much slope. And then looking from the pool area across from the house, we'll be looking directly at the side of the gym, and that's why I have it designed to have a 8-foot slider so we have a little bit more glass. It kind of matches the glass and the sliders on the house there, but this is going to be more of our space where we have the gym and rec room. So as you enter here, This is a 24-foot long building, which is longer than the space we have right now for the gym. The back wall right here on the east side is 12 feet, which is again a little bit bigger than the one that we're using now. Full dedicated bathroom. Then it has this little dog leg right here that kind of comes off the main floor of the gym. And what I envisioned here was potentially doing either like a cold plunge or a sauna or a stretch area or a dedicated flat yoga space or something. But it just gives us a lot of options right here for the gym and a lot of room, obviously. So we're getting a little bit bigger space to work out than we have right now inside the house. And then the space inside the house will be changed over into maybe a full-time office or studio for doing stuff like this. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this update and it wasn't too confusing to try to follow along. I know a lot of it is visualizing it, a little bit of imaginary world right now. But once we get that concrete down and we start getting ready to tilt up walls, obviously it'll start taking more shape. The next step here is getting all the dirt ready so that we can get a certificate for the pad. And then we can actually start bringing in our utilities. That'll be on me. So I'm going to actually be pulling my own utilities and running them. So I'll show you guys how that works. And the biggest thing is like running the slopes on the drainage and stuff. And then I have access to water and electric that I'll be running over here. And then once we're actually building the walls though, then I'll start showing you guys some real intricate things about how I'm running the electrical, how the plumbing is going to be finished off. And then the structure, like there's some special things inside the structure on how to do framing. So if you guys haven't already, hit subscribe so you can follow along and see the progress. And then right now it's like a little bit more update videos, but pretty soon I'll actually be showing you guys how to do this stuff in case you want to do any of it yourself. Things around the house like fixing plumbing, electrical, and drywall and whatever. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you guys on the next build.